All right, I want to talk about Stand and Deliver, but first I want to bring up some notes from AEW. I watched half of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like the first half. I got to talk about this Edge promo. I'm not going to go super in depth into it, but brother, holy shit. You know, have you ever like done something bad and nobody knows about it? But then like you just feel the need to like tell them anyway, and like it would have been completely fine if you just like didn't say anything, you know? I was kind of getting this vibe from that, bro. So put into perspective, there's probably people, and I know there are a lot of people. Should I give percentages? Like, should I say like 30 maybe percent at the minimum who like only watch AEW? And the last time you saw Edge, he won the title from Christian. So like, he's fucking riding high, all that stuff. Comes out on this show, very first thing. So, there's been a lot of negative BS spewing. What the fuck? Bro, if I'm only watching AEW saying that, I'm like, what the fuck? Last time I saw you, you literally won the TNT title. What the fuck are you talking about? I just think it's not necessarily pulling back a curtain, but it's just shining light on something that didn't need any light being shined on it. Like the last time people saw you, you won the title. Focus on like what's going on in the show. Him going into this whole rah speech, by the way. WWE long time, basically a WWE lifer, cutting this AEW speech like we are AEW. I don't know if it was Tony, I don't know if it was him, but like, bro, this should not have been on the show. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, carry on with your shit. It's one guy, CM Punk, doing an Arrow Hawani interview. People on the internet know it, people on the internet in the clips, but not everybody watches that shit. You can't assume like everybody knows, all your fans know, and then you're shining more light on it. And this, just absolutely stupid. I just thought that was really fucking dumb. Like, really dumb, bro. Just carry on doing your storyline. Don't even bring that up. Like, if I know nothing about like this about the CM Punk thing, and I watch him cut this promo like a hoorah speech, I'm like, what the fuck's he saying all this for? Like, and then that's the stuff that makes you go look at it. Like, like otherwise you were chilling. Whatever. And then the other thing I saw, because I watched like the first hour, I didn't watch the second hour. Heard some people talk about it before I watched it, so then I had to go watch it. I love that Tony Khan pays respect to all the legends, all the people that have like been there. Doesn't treat them like shit, but there's Sting, and then there's fucking Billy Gunn. Like there's levels to this shit. I don't know how much he's paying Jay White. I don't even think that part's even important. Just the fact that he has fucking Jay White. And Jay White is just getting his ass beat by this guy in his 50s for fucking what felt like a long time. Even though it was like the first half of the match, and then like he kind of came back, and then it was even. Like, and then like the whole disqualification thing happened. But bro, beating the fuck out of Jay for literally 90% of this match. I'm like, bro, like, are you trying to tell us not to care about Jay? Like, Jay at one point was like the hottest free agent, like, came in like, holy shit, this guy, former IWGP World Heavyweight Champions, coming to AEW, like, holy shit, some shit's gonna happen. And then like, bro, average feud with who the fuck was it at the time? It was MJF. Fucking MJF made him look like dog shit, bro. MJF was like way too good for him. Like, it was crazy. Like, that was like a prime example of how just being a good in-ring person is just not enough. Like, MJF made Jay White, like, Jay White with all the hype that he came in with, MJF made him look like a fucking noob, bro. Like, a straight scrub. Like, nobody gave a fuck about Jay White. Jay White was trying to cut promos on MJF. Nobody cared. So, like, going from that, and then you have this thing with, like, the gun club, bang, 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 and then, like, the Acclaimed. I don't even pay attention to that stuff. And then now having him just getting his ass beat by Billy. I'm like, bro. Okay, don't even know what to say. But we're just going to go into quick stand and deliver notes. I'm not going to, like, fucking recap the whole show. Just give thoughts. I had it on. I wasn't fully paying attention, but I was paying attention to like the important shit. You know, like I watched all of certain matches. There's like some matches, you know, had on, you know, like it was peeking while I was on my iPad, whatever. So Joe Gacy, Sean Spears. Did I miss this match? It was on the pre-show for sure. Yeah, it was on the pre-show. I never saw that match. Yeah, I don't watch pre-shows. Baron Corbin, Braun Breaker versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier for the NXT tag titles. What can I say, bro? It's like NXT tradition, like open with like a hot tag match, even though sometimes they open up with like the North American title match. But bro, this match was fucking awesome. Banger. Even the way it ended, like some of the crazy shit they're doing in the match, bro, like that like one drop kick Axiom hit on Braun Breaker. And then the ending, bro, speared fucking Nathan Frazier out of his fucking Gucci slides, bro. Just speared the fuck out of him and pinned him. But the thing I found weird is like Baron Corbin's on Nathan Frazier pinning him. Why is the ref like distracting the corner with Axiom? He was just fucking laying down, bro. Turn around. Like took him like 5 seconds. I literally thought Nathan Frazier was gonna kick out, but it was literally just like the ref not paying attention. But that match was banger. I'll go watch that. Obafemi, Dijak, Josh Briggs triple threat match. Another banger. 3 big guys doing all this crazy shit. Like Dijak getting thrown off the apron onto Obafemi, who's like sitting on a chair, does like a flip on him from like the fucking top, you know? Holy shit. And then the one spot, I was actually kind of scared because we saw something like this with Boogs where like he's carrying like multiple guys and he actually like tore his ACL or whatever. This motherfucker Obafemi has Dijak on his shoulders and on Dijak's sitting on his shoulders. Obafemi has him, and then on top of Dijak is Josh Briggs on Dijak's shoulders. I'm like, he's carrying 2 fucking like 250-pound plus guys. I'm like, bro, I hope his legs don't fucking just like snap on live TV. Holy fuck. But then he was actually able to like tip them over. They did a nice tower spot, but like that match was fucking bumping. Everyone wanted Dijak to win. Dijak continues to be Mr. fucking Stand and Deliver, or not Mr. Stand and Deliver. I don't even know what they call the pay-per-views now. What the fuck? I'm just going to call him Takeover. Dijak continues to be Mr. Takeover, banger after banger on all these NXT PLEs, bro. Just fucking doing his thing, bro. Match was awesome. Like 2 back-to-back hot matches. I highly recommend watching this. One thing I didn't like, though, like, I know they wanted the show to be like a certain amount of length, which is why there's kind of all this fucking filler in between. But, bro, they could have, like, done, like, boom, showed, like, the metaphor, because, like, the metaphor was, like, the host of the show, whatever. Boom, metaphor, boom, next match, boom, metaphor, boom, next match. There were sometimes those like 7 minutes in between matches. I'm like, bro, what are we doing, baby? Just play the next match. But the Ellen Henley, Kalana Jordan, Thea Hale versus Izzy Dame, JC Jane, Kiana James. Didn't really watch this match. I'm not even gonna lie, I actually didn't watch any of it. So can't get my thoughts on that. But I'm assuming it's like a fucking fun match. Sure. Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria. Okay. And like, it's so funny because Lyra Valkyria is so good in the ring, but like as a character, I literally just don't care, you know? It's another prime example of like, it's important to have like a good character people care about as opposed to like just being a good wrestler. But that match was good, and I love fucking finishes. I love when, like, titles change hands, and the end of the match is, like, a long submission, and you're like, oh, and then they finally tap. I love those finishers so much. Like, Roxanne was working on her shoulder the whole match, and then finally hits, like, the crossface. Her shoulder, she just couldn't take it. She was almost at the ropes, kicks off the ropes, flips over back into the middle of the ring. Tap. Awesome. So that match was pretty cool. I like that one. It was a 16-minute match, by the way. It was the longest match on the show. Or second longest, because the longest match on the show was a minute longer, which was the next one. Ilya Dragunov, Tony D'Angelo. I knew Tony wasn't going to win when I saw his entrance. His entrance was just him walking out with like his fucking crew behind him. I was thinking he was gonna have like a black Escalade pull up, like almost like a John Cena like WrestleMania. What was that? Like WrestleMania 22 when he had like the mob, like, you know, and he fucking hopped out the car. You know, I thought that was gonna be like that, but no. The second I saw he had an ordinary entrance, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's not winning. He might get a rematch. I kind of want him to be the NXT champion so he could actually be the real Dawn of NXT, you know, have that reign. He needs like a world title reign, I feel like, before he goes on to like the main roster. So they might actually run that one back, but it's good that Ilya won because like even like the build to that match was just like so average. It was hilarious like to watch. Like him showing up at all these fucking dinners, you know, like the time where they had him at the bridge. Like, I fucking thrown a lot of guys over this bridge, you know, I could easily be you. I'm like, okay, whatever. But that match was 17 minutes, very hard hitting. I watched like half of it. There's like half I didn't watch, but like it was a good match. Every Ilya match is like good. Didn't get like an insane crowd reaction, but like it was good. It was good. He got a good match out of Tony. And then Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. And like I've heard people saying it over like the weeks and the months. This match literally should have been for the title. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the pay-per-view where Carmelo like attacked Trick at the end, I felt like either Trick should have won that, and dude, there's so many different ways that could have went. Either Trick should have like won that, and then at some point, like in the next coming weeks, like if Carmelo gets a shot, takes the title from him, and then like he gets it back, or he cost Trick the match, which is the one I wanted it. He cost Trick the match. Even if it's on accident or on purpose, beats him up after he costs him the match, and then Carmelo weasels his way into like a match with Ilya, gets the title from him, and then Trick gets that match at the pay-per-view, beats him for the title. Place goes wild. But like, it was just a fucking singles match. And I felt like the finish for this. So like, I'll even talk about the entrances. The entrances were hype, you know, like it had like that big fight feel around it. I'm surprised it only went 14, like almost fucking 15 minutes. I thought it was gonna go longer, honestly. I actually thought it was gonna go longer, but it did not. Yeah, I was honestly expecting to go way longer. Like I was expecting to be like a 20-minute, you know, back and forth banger, and the finish was very anticlimactic. Like I feel like I needed more finality. This is the main event of Stand and Deliver, like, you know, may not be like the end of the story, but you know, it's the end of the biggest pay-per-view of the NXT calendar year. Like I felt like that finish needed to be more like final. It almost felt kind of fluky, you know. He just bounced off the ropes, hits him with like the big knee, and you know it's over. But like, it should have been more final. Like I'm ending you, and then he gets the boom. Like maybe hits him with the knee once, and then he's like, "No, I'm doing it again." Hits him with it again. You know, it needed to be more final, but it was like kind of fluky. But like he won. Like the crowd popped big, even when he came out. Whooped that Trick. It was fucking hype as shit. So that was cool. Overall, it was a good pay-per-view. Like the second match were awesome, like banger. The Ilya match was all right. It was cool. Like the Trick match was good. Like it was good. I felt like it actually could have been longer. I felt like they could have went 5 more minutes maybe and really gone for like 20. Like I don't know, but that's just me. But it was a nicely timed pay-per-view under 3 hours. Literally could have been like 2 hours and 20 minutes if they took away all that fucking filler. That would have been good. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely not trying to compare it. I mean, these are different group of people. Like the NXT takeovers had like established people from around like the world in fucking like developmental, so you know, like every match was fucking crazy. But these are newer people, so for what it was a good pay-per-view. I liked it. It was good. Not anything to like write home about, but like it was cool. So WrestleMania. Oh yeah, and also quick thoughts about Smackdown. It was like an it was a nothing happening show. Like let's be honest. Like obviously they weren't trying to go too hard with any like the main people. Didn't want them to get hurt. Like you know like before Mania. I thought the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal was good. Had a feeling Bronson Reed was gonna win that. You know. he beats Sami Zayn, didn't lose to Sami Zayn in the rematch, clearly being protected. Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal fits him good, fits his title good. Zelina Vega, Elektra Lopez, horrible. Oh my god, horrible. I'm not even gonna talk about that. New Catch Republic, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, that they beat him after like the Judgment Day attacks him, whatever. And then, wait, oh dude, okay. So my favorite part about SmackDown was like the smallest fucking thing. So like they show like a scene backstage where Carlito's there with like Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee's on the floor holding his arm. Like all these like officials come like, oh my god, like what happened to Dragon Lee? Carlito, what happened? And Carlito's like, I don't know. Instantly, when they ask Carlito what happened, he's like, I don't, bro. Yeah, he's the one that attacked them. He's the one that fucking attacked them. And then fucking later, so then like Elektra Lopez, whatever, they're having this match after Santos. So like Andrade came out with Santos and Dominic, with Elektra Lopez to the ring. After the match, they're all beating up Ray, and they're wondering why Andrade was not helping, and then Andrade ends up fucking clotheslining Dominic, attacks Santos, like fucking hits them both out of the ring, shakes Ray's hand, hugs them. Then backstage Ray's like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Dragon Lee can't compete tomorrow night now. Andrade's like, I'll be your partner. Ray's like, really? Awesome. They shake hands. Right when they shake hands, fucking Carlito walks in the room. He's like, hey man, I heard fucking Dragon Lee can't make Mania, And he was like implying, okay, yeah, I'm going to be in there. And then Zelina's like, oh, but like Andrade just offered the spot. And you can see Carlito's face instantly like just trying so hard to play it cool. Like in his head, he's like, I just attacked this motherfucker. Like I'm finally going to get my spot. And then, oh no, another guy. And he's like, I can't fucking attack him now. Hilarious, so fucking funny. And then like Jey Uso so early just having a match, and then fucking Jimmy Uso interferes. Like they're beating on Jay. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins run on to make the save. They attack him. Cody Rhodes is a speed show. It goes off the air. Very average show, but what do you expect like a day before fucking Mania? But like, I feel like on shows like these, even though like you're trying to like wrestle a lot of people, I still feel like there's a lot of people you could put out there just have like some banger matches. There's be like 2-3 banger matches. Like give them like 15 minutes, just go out there. Then you could do all your little like promos and whatever in between. I feel like they need to do that. But like when like like LA Knight came out and literally had a promo for 2 minutes, like literally just fucking like talking. Like literally saying nothing that made the match more hype to see. Just doing all of his catchphrases, hilarious. I think he like choked on his gum at one point and stumbled, but it's fucking hilarious. And then there's like the thing at the beginning of the show with like the KO show. Logan Paul's at the actual like stadium arena talking shit. They go over there to find him. Then he comes back to the arena, but they also come back because they're smart baby faces, and they fucking attack him. So that basically confirmed Logan Paul's going to retain, because I thought they're going to like save the RKO. Like he's going to keep avoiding the RKO for like ever. They're going to finally hit him with it at Mania, but like no, hit him with it here. Basically confirmed he's going to retain. So yeah, so that's just my quick review. We got Mania in 2 hours. I have to go make some fucking food, hit the gym, guys. Holy shit. We'll see you after WrestleMania, baby. Enjoy. I think night one personally is going to be better than night two, by the way, in my opinion. Night one, it's going to be like last year. Like last year, night one was the best Mania of all time, in my opinion. Let's see if night one this year could top it. Probably will, because that fucking main event. I'm just like, the undercard under that looks fucking crazy. So, yeah, that's cool. WrestleMania weekend has begun. It begun yesterday, but it begun today after Stand and Deliver. So, let's go, baby.